the thing about Republicans is that they hate the jobs that serve them the most, or that they, like, in a way benefit off of tremendously. Like, you, Miss Sally Mae Barefield is gonna throw a fit when she pulls up to Starbucks and at like 7:30 in the morning, still wearing her shades that are like half the size of her fucking forehead. And she's gonna be pissed if that liberal or that leftist, that radical who works at Starbucks with their gay pride pins on their titty is not there to take their freaking overpriced fucking coffee order before they drop Paisley off at a overpriced daycare that is ran also probably by a Republican, or I can't even say that, that is most likely run by people who are overworked and underpaid and under fucking appreciated, while she then goes back home or goes to a little social with the rest of her like white suburban mom friends.
Sunday show Mayor Adams.
Thank you.
Like, she's gonna throw a fit.
Very much. Good to be with you.
So, Mr. Mayor, the last time we talked, nearly 11,000 migrants had been sent to New York City from Texas. You've not been shy about talking about the strain the migrants have put on city services. Have you given any thought to sending the migrants back to Texas or any place outside of New York City?
No, I don't think that's appropriate, and it just really...
Wait, hold on. I was adjusting the sound and everything. Hold on. What did he say?
Migrants back to Texas or any place outside of New York City?
No, I don't think that's appropriate, and it just really goes in contradiction to who we believe we are, not only as a country, but particularly as a city. This is a city that has right to shelter, and it's a safe haven city as well. We would love to coordinate with our partners throughout the state.
Like, the really funny part about this, and I know that I'm probably like the 10,000th lefty to say this probably, but like, this is probably gonna backfire on Republicans like majorly. What's gonna happen is that it's gonna help them solidify the really like truly crazy motherfuckers that are a part of their party still. And then anybody that has any shred, any like shed of human, is it shed or shred? I don't know. I guess shred. Any like micro shred of like human decency is gonna take a step back and go, wait a minute. Hold on a second. They took innocent people, like including fucking children, and just catapulted them halfway across the country. Because make no mistake, right? What this was just a racist stunt. That's all it was. Because, and I think, and this might be jumping the gun a little bit. Some people might think I'm jumping the gun with this, but I think it's okay to jump the gun when it comes down to Republicans because they're fucking insane. I think this stunt is more for not even necessarily to crack down on the border, but it is to crack down on current immigrants in the country. Like, what I think it is I'm gonna say it. It's for deportation, essentially. It's a stunt to like warrant deportation. These motherfuckers, when you think about it, they don't give a shit about actually closing down the border. They want to just deport my Hispanic neighbors, and I have quite a few Hispanic neighbors in the place that I live at. Okay, like I have quite a few. They're here legally. Like, they are here legally, but like, otherwise they wouldn't be fucking living here at this apartment complex. But like, I really do think that is the end goal for this, is to basically warrant the mass deportation of migrants or of Latino, like the Latino population basically in America. Like, this might seem like a huge jump. Does this seem like a huge jump of the gun? Because that just seems like the logical conclusion when you think about it, right? Like, we already have so much like tight security at the border, and like the immigration process in America is already like borderline, like the immigration process to immigrate to like into America is already like borderline fucking inhumane, like on the verge of like, if not on the verge of like sheer insanity. That like, what would even be the point of like closing, like are they trying to like close off the border entirely? No, I don't think that's it. I think, well, yeah, I think that could be it. It's just another, it's all this is, okay, is to further the idea of their white Christian ethno state is essentially what it is. It's just to further that cause and to get people, because this is how you start to get people more on board with that cause. You otherize a whole entire, like another group of people off of something stupid, basically the color of their skin. You say that they're bringing drugs and all this other kind of shit. You make them out to be fucking monsters and shit by saying that they're rapists and all that shit, right? And then after that, like once you have at least a good majority of your population, right? Once you have a majority of your population desensitized to these people's mistreatment, then you can basically go forth and start doing like what you actually want to do to these people, which is get fucking rid of them, if not worse. It's the same shit that they did with the Jews back in World War II. Like, it's the same sort of like process. Like, they're based, it's not even just with like, you know, Mexican people or like Latino people in general. It's with basically anybody that is not white in fucking America. It's like, that's just what it is at this point. Anybody that's non-white, but they kind of split up the minority groups. Like, they're gonna do this with Mexican people first, and with the Latino population first, and then they're gonna move on, and they're doing it with trans people as well, and then they're gonna move on to the rest of the LGBTQ, and they're already starting to move into the rest of the LGBTQ plus community, and they're gonna start to do it with like the black population, even though they've kind of already started it with us. I don't know, but you know what I mean, right? Like, that is essentially all this goes towards, is furthering the white Christian ethno state. That's all this is. It's not there's no like economic benefit or any sort of like hidden agenda that we've yet to like touch up on. No, it's literally just furthering the white Christian ethno state. That's all it fucking is. I think everyone is just as racist and hateful as they are. That is true. Oh, I forgot to put in the stream information that this is also a COVID stream because I have COVID still. Here we go. Will it let me? Oh, it'll let me put COVID in the title. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Remember, they think everyone is just as racist and hateful as they are. Yeah, that is true. Remember when Trump first got into office and they were deporting naturalized? Yeah, literally, that's what they did. Like, there was an Adam Ruins Everything episode on it. Eli dropped a TikTok in the Discord that is extremely relevant to this topic, and it's hilarious. Okay, let's watch that real quick. Let's watch that. Let's watch that. Yeah, literally, I love how Smarty Pants is like, because racism, yeah. Like, okay, here it is.
You want to know the funniest thing about MAGA Republicans? They don't have
Keep Troy Blue. Yes, if you're following me, you should go follow my mutual Keep Troy Blue.
Fucking brain in their head, right? So they're just given their talking points. They're told that something's going to happen, and this is how you respond to it. Like, they were all told that undocumented immigrants were going to be shipped to Martha's Vineyard, and then the people of Martha's Vineyard were going to be really unhappy about it. So they all fucking primed up their tweets for that talking point.
No, I love this. I love this part right here. I love this part right here.
People,
when they say, I love it when Republicans refer to liberals as rich, because the funny part is that like basically Tommy Lauren's fucking rich. Are you kidding me? Tommy Lauren is fucking loaded, dog. Like, any Republican shill is like, wait, no. Isn't Tommy Lauren the one who had a failed career, or was that Boo Boo Bennett? I think it was Boo Boo Bennett. I think Tommy Lauren still has like a decent career with the Republicans. The two of them are like, they're interchangeable to me at this point. But like, I love it whenever they say like rich white liberals or like rich liberals in general, because it's like, yo, they try to make themselves seem like anti-establishment when it's like, no, you guys are literally the establishment. Like, liberals are the establishment too. Don't get me wrong. Like, liberals are also establishment shills, but like liberals are at least like, I can't believe I'm saying this, they're like semi tolerable part of the establishment. Meanwhile, the Republicans are literally like the gross like ichor of like the establishment. Like, everything bad about the establishment boiled down to like the bare bones as to like how heinous it is. Like, oh, she still has the show. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I don't watch Tommy Lauren.
Martha's Vineyard were going to be really unhappy about it. So they all fucking primed up their tweets for that talking point, that the people in Martha's Vineyard were going to be pissed about undocumented immigrants showing up.
But like, isn't Martha's Vineyard, like, isn't it like an island or some shit? Like, don't they like not have the ability to house those fucking migrants? Like, I mean, this was, by the way, what this was vile on a multitude. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it is an island. Okay, exactly. Yeah, like this is violent for a multitude of reasons. For one thing, it's an island. Yeah. For one thing, excuse me. Sorry. This was a trap laid by the Republican Party, because the Republican Party will always, for one, Fox News, the biggest news broadcasting station or whatever, right? Like, the thing about this shit, right, is that like, regardless of what they did in that case at Martha's Vineyard, like, I mean, but also like there were some that they took in, right? But there were other like blue states or blue cities that are like, yeah, we'll just take them. Like, yeah, look, we'll give them like. Does anybody have any clips or videos of like them taking in the migrants and actually being like decent people? Please send those. This is going to come off semi-sexist, but it's true. The right only uses hot women that agree with them. So long as they stay hot, they will keep them. Keep. No. That's like sexist by default, but it's sexist because it's true, I guess. Like, it's sexist because the Republican Party engages in sexism. That's why. That's why I say it's sexist by default. It's sexism because the Republican Party engages in constant sexism like that. It will only use like the most not even the most attractive, but like at the very least like semi-attractive women. Because like, I don't think when you actually look at them, like by default, like at a glance, it's like, oh yeah, she's kind of cute. But then you realize, oh, Tommy Lauren and like Caitlyn Bennett and other like white women that are used by the Republican Party are only, and I can't even say Caitlyn Bennett because she was barely even used anyway, are like only, like they're only considered attractive because they're like the bare minimum standard of beauty in America, which is skinny blonde-haired white woman. Like, I don't think you ever see them like propping up any plus-sized like Republican women. It's always these like young or looks young like white women. Like, that's what it looks like. Meanwhile, the Republican men, as long as they're white, for the most part, like they can come in all different shades, like all different shapes, basically. Like, you seen Lindsey Graham? I'm just saying, really is.
On their island. Problem is, they're so fucking stupid. When the reality on the ground changed, they had no.
This tweet from Tim Young right here. If you think you're having a rough week, imagine being a wealthy person in Martha's Vineyard who now runs the risk of potentially seeing poors in their streets. Like, I responded to this on Twitter. You should follow me on Twitter, by the way, if you're not already. Twitter, Naughty Like Monty on Twitter. Just fucking follow me. But like, if you think you're having like, how fucking brain dead do you have to be to tweet out something this fucking stupid? Just this is I can only shit like this, right? Is why I fucking blocked Fabian Liberty on Twitter. It's not even anything he did to me. It was just the fact that like every single time I scrolled through Twitter and I saw one of his tweets, I had a fucking aneurysm almost. Like, literally I would stop and I would just ponder like, what the fuck did I just read? Like, and that's the same thing that that's the same feeling that I'm having right now with this shit right here. Like, I don't even, this is so stupid. I don't even remember what I typed in response to it this morning. I don't fucking remember. But like, it fucking insane, dog. Fucking insane. Like, okay.
No response. They didn't change their talking points, so they're still tweeting about the people at Martha's Vineyard being pissed that undocumented immigrants are there, even though so many fucking people volunteered and showed up to help out.
Yeah, like, I think, wait, okay, can somebody fact check? Was there actually, like, people, were there people that Martha's Vineyard actually, like, booted off? Like, transported somewhere else? Were there actually people that they, like, transported somewhere else? Or, like, was that just a Republican, like, them just, like, trying to clip shit for views? No one was transported anywhere else? Okay, gotcha. So it was just some Republican bullshit. Because that's just what they do. And that's what they have to do.
Out the immigrants in Martha's Vineyard.
Just lie all the time.
To start turning people away. Garbage Right is tweeting about how mad the people are in Martha's Vineyard when the fucking people in Martha's Vineyard aren't mad at all. Y'all live in fantasy land. You wanna know the funniest? Thing about MAGA Republicans, they don't have a fucking brain in their head, right? So they're just given their talking points. They're told.
So Martha's Vineyard basically is a place where, like, Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott, being the fascist, dumbass, white supremacists that they are, shipped a bunch of migrants to basically talk about, like, to basically highlight the problem at the southern border, even though there isn't a problem at the southern border, really. And the thing is, these motherfuckers are just racist. Yeah, literally, Squeaky Nichols. Yeah, they're just fucking racist is all it is. Literally, anything the Republican Party does at this point, the 9 times out of 10 is going to be backed by some sort of phobia. It's either going to be race or some sort of bigotry. It's either going to be racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia. It's some, just take your phobia and just, like, scroll through and just go, there it is. Yeah. And just attach it to whatever word. And that's literally what they're, the background and basis of what the fuck that they're doing at this point. Like, that's all these people. Oh, the Vineyard housed everyone that they got? Holy shit. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's very fucked up. But this is the Republican Party now. This is what they do. This is what they fucking do. They do dumb, crazy, racist bullshit like this. Because this is all they fucking are. Because literally, all of their policies benefit the top 1% and literally take a landsliding shit on everyone else underneath. And they have to scapegoat it somehow. They have to make, they have to they have to make a scapegoat. They have to blame somebody. They have to divert attention away from it somehow. So they choose minorities. That's essentially what they do. They choose minorities. That's basically what they do. And the funny part is that I think Republicans know what's going on. They're just fucking racist, okay? Republican voters, they know what the fuck is going on. You can't just look at this and go, oh yeah, this is like, yeah, like, hold on. Sorry, I already need more water because of COVID. Fuck. Yeah, these motherfuckers, all that's going on is that, they know what the Republican voters, they know what's going on. You can't be this stupid. You can't just, like, not see this shit for what it is. I mean, but some people are this stupid. Like, some people, I should know. Some people are this stupid. To be clear, I don't mean houses and they got homes. I mean, They put them in sheltered spaces and gave them the human dignity and care that they deserve. Okay, well that's great. Yeah, I figured that you didn't mean that you meant like that you didn't mean like house and shit. Like we still live in under neoliberalism. But Abbott and DeSantis colluded to screw over asylum seekers by shipping them to a rich blue neighborhood with no immigration resources. Yeah, exactly. Like this shit, like it takes fucking resources. And the thing is, Republicans know that this shit takes fucking resources. They don't give a fuck that it takes that it takes resources. They don't want to give any of their resources is the thing. The thing that gets me about the whole border security thing is that the vast majority of illegal immigrants in the U.S. entered the country through legal means. And yeah, it's literally just overstayed visas some shit. It's literally, yeah, you're right. It's literally manufactured. Wait, where is that? Well, let's finish the Troy Blue video.
Something's going to happen, and this is how you respond to it. Like, they were all told that undocumented immigrants were going to be shipped to...
oh, wait, no, we already listened to it. It's already done. Okay. No, where is the, I want DeSantis' speech. Did I say, oh, I spelled, fuck, I'm stupid. Wow, COVID really just shat on my brain today. COVID really just shat on my brain.
You know, one of the reasons
I tested positive on Friday.
Why we want to transport, because we obviously it's expensive if people are coming here. It taxes social services and all these other things. And so if we can do in a sanctuary, well, then the chance that they come to Florida goes down dramatically. But it is also the case that, you know, every community in America should be sharing in the burdens. It shouldn't all fall on a handful.
See, this is one of the reasons why, because like you can hear it in his voice. Like anyone that can rub two fucking brain cells together, like can hear it in DeSantis' fucking voice that he's not being sincere here at all. Yeah, and they think we don't want to help them. Yeah, they think that. Yeah, I mean, it's, a lot of liberals don't. Some liberals don't. Like, some liberals really do not want to help migrants and shit. DeSantis literally hired someone to find these people and lied to them to coerce them to get on these planes. Really? Do you have some like data on that? Do you have like an article or some shit or like a video, please? Preferably a video, please.
Of red states. Our message to them is we are not a sanctuary state, and it's better to be able to go to a sanctuary jurisdiction. And yes, we will help facilitate that transport for you to be able to go to greener pastures. You know, one of the reasons why
this is such a backhanded, like, I'm clearly lying to you speech. Like 99% of liberals don't care. Yeah. Or a lot of them only care enough to where they can use it as like a publicity stunt. Basically, like if we can't point out who the bad ones are, how do we know where the good ones? Type shit like that. Eric Adams is saying we need to fix this. Eric Adams can suck my balls, okay? Fuck Eric Adams. He can suck my fucking balls, okay? I hate Eric Adams. He is a vile piece of garbage man that tears up homeless encampments for literally no fucking reason. Eric Adams can... I'm not even gonna keep saying it, but he kiss my ass. Like, I can't even stop myself, honestly. Like, fuck Eric Adams, okay? Fuck him. Vile piece of garbage. Vile piece of human feces. Such bullshit out of his mouth when we know that DHS agents literally falsified information to screw over these asylum seekers. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Oh shit. Fuck.
You know, one of the reasons.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
When you stock up on pound of ground crumbles, all natural frozen.
Well, tonight, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is under fire for using taxpayer dollars to organize flights of asylum seekers to Martha's Vineyard.
That's another thing. Republicans, you always, this is one of the things I hate about Republicans, right? Is that Republicans always want to complain about their taxpayer dollars, okay? Listen, this is one of the main reasons why I will always fucking hate Republicans and Republican voters, okay? I don't give a shit, all right? Listen, because it's so incredibly fucking hypocritical. Republicans will always bitch and moan about their taxpayer dollars going to shit like student loan debt forgiveness or like, you know, I don't fucking know, Name something else, chat. Name something else that Republican politicians would complain about. Go off, kings and queens in chat and people and rulers in between. Go off on like the shit that Republican politicians would complain, or Republican voters would complain about their tax dollars going to. Basically, anything that would objectively help and improve the conditions of like the average American or like American citizens in general. Republicans will throw a fucking fit about it, saying, I don't want my tax dollars going to your lazy liberal gender studies degrees and blah blah blah. And then, but like the second their tax dollars go to literally making the lives of other people fucking worse that they hate, like Republicans will literally throw their hats in the fucking air and will like do whole rodeos about it and shit, and will like they will like run around, they will do donuts in the parking lot when they hear that their tax dollars is going to bullshit like this. They will literally throw fucking parties, like fucking tailgate parties for this shit.
Vineyard. The backlash comes as the Democratic governor of California, Gavin Newsom, is asking the Justice Department to pursue kidnapping charges against Republican governors who are sending migrants to Democratic-run cities.
Like, DeSantis, this shit, like, if we lived in a fucking sane country, this would kill Ron DeSantis's, like, chances of running for office. Like, hell, he would be stripped of his governor's seat at this point. He would be fucking arrested for this shit. But the thing is, we live, and Greg Abbott too, we live in fascist white supremacy America, so that shit doesn't fucking happen. The actual justice does not get doled out the way it should be. So as a result, these people still get to maintain and hold the position of power that they do, and continue to do the heinous acts that they continue to do on a daily fucking basis.
CBS's Elaine Quijano is in...
Like in any other sane country, every citizen would be like, would look at these people and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like, no sane person would vote for these people. And it would obviously be a landslide loss for these people. Like... Sorry, I didn't mute my mic there. He thinks that DeSantis would wait until after his election, but he's an idiot. Yeah, literally. He thinks that everyone is just as racist as they think that everyone is just as racist as they fucking are. But I don't even think that's the problem. I don't even think that's the case, right? I think the thing is that he's trying to kill two birds with one stone, right? If he doesn't win the presidency in 2024, he will at least still maintain his governorship in in Florida, if that's how that works. Like, I'm trying to think. Well, as long as he doesn't lose the governor election, right? But like the thing is, I don't think DeSantis is gonna lose the governor election, and I don't think Abbott's gonna lose it. I mean, Abbott could possibly lose it, but like, you have to be an insane motherfucker to want to live in Florida. I'm just saying, you have to be an insane motherfucker to live in to want to live in Florida. I just saying, okay? Like, yes, but historically, Florida votes very slim margins, and DeSantis can lose it. Okay, maybe. Hopefully, he can. Like, holy shit. This is why this is why I support a proletariat democracy, cause we can prevent these types of people from taking power in their. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard.
The 48 asylum seekers, mainly from Venezuela, landed in Martha's Vineyard Wednesday afternoon aboard two planes from Texas and organized by Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, but we've already confirmed for Biscuit that you're insane for a different reason.
Luis Fonseca says he left Venezuela.
It's all the formaldehyde getting to your brain.
For his three children who were still there. He didn't know he would end up here. They told me there was a work opportunity.
Oh, literally? My family, me and Paige's family, like, we went down to Florida this past summer. I mean, this summer we went down to Florida, right? And hey Joe, we were discussing the insanely vile shit that Greg Abbott and DeSantis did with busing migrants across the out to blue cities and shit. Because you can't commit human trafficking. That's shitty. We went to Florida for our vacation, and we decided we went down to St. Augustine, and we were like, yeah, next year we're just gonna go back to Michigan. Like, We're just gonna go back to Michigan. Like we did not like Florida, even though we were like right on the river, right on not river. We were right on like the ocean shit. We were like, nah, fam, we're not doing this again. It was so bad. Like there was one lady that just randomly just walked around the market with her flag that said Trump won, and then it was just for like no reason. Just walked around with her flag, and then Claire, Paige's sister, is like, I love satire. It said that to her, and she like sneered at her. It was so funny. But yeah, she just did that for like no fucking reason. Just walked around with like with her with a giant flag that said Trump won, and I'm just like, why are you doing that at the market? Like, why? It's one thing to fly that shit from your house. I mean, that's your house. Do you? Whatever. I don't give a fuck. But like, just walking around a market doing that, like that's just asking for like negative attention. Like, why? There's a guy that walks around downtown with a Confederate flag where I live. I live in northern Ontario. I'm dead. That's real stupidity. That's real stupidity right there. That I don't know. I don't know what's stupider, her or that guy. I think that guy, because I mean, at least with her, she's like in the right country, at the very least.
He says we were going to.
They want negative attention and validates the victim complex. True, Squeaky Nichols.
But we ended up staying here. Democratic Massachusetts State Representative Dylan Fernandez called the move by DeSantis disgusting.
Ron DeSantis is a coward.
Like, it's not even that it's disgusting. It is utterly fucking vile, okay? Utterly fucking vile. Fuck Democrats, yeah. Fuck both of them. Fuck Democrats, Republicans. Oh, and fuck libertarians too. Fuck those guys. They suck as well. Because mainly libertarians are becoming. I saw it on Twitter today. So somebody was like, yeah, it's really funny how libertarians are like kind of start off like anti-establishment, and now they're like the capitalism party. Like, yeah.
Howard uses women and children for their own political gain.
Today, Governor DeSantis defended the flights paid through a $12 million taxpayer-funded initiative.
We take what's happening at the southern border very seriously, unlike some, and unlike the president of the United States.
No, we're not going to talk about libertarians and their questionable age of consent shit. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Libertarians are just ANCAPs at this point, yeah.
States.
You're right, Squeaky Nichols, but
the move follows similar steps taken by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Today, about 100 migrants from Texas were dropped off near the vice president's Naval Observatory residence.
Don't say maps. You'll summon Mr. Girl. You know what's really funny about this is that they sent these people. One of the places that they sent these people was Kamala Harris's house. Like, dog, she literally is on record. Shark 300 has this as like a sub-alert or some shit. Her saying, "Do not come." Like, she said that to the migrants, to migrants and like to immigrants. Do not come. Like, do not come. What about the immigrants being bussed all over the country by the feds? Yeah, these feds, freaking DeSantis and Abbott, like those are the feds bussing the immigrants. Don't say maps, you'll summon Mr. Girl. Shh. Don't even quote me on that one. Don't even quote me. Shh. Listen, I have decided that and this is kind of what the Stoner Cast is gonna be about at 8:30 that I'm going on. Like, we're kind of like we're like taking like saws, right? And we're like, or like jackhammers, and we're on one side of the ice, and like the rest of Twitch Paul is on the other side, and we're just kind of like sawing ourselves away from like the DGG part, and we're just like floating away into the ocean. We're done. We're done. I think that's gonna come up tonight. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be Tegma, Gremlo, Jason Society, some based ass motherfuckers, Freems, F-bombs. I think F-bombs is going. Is F-bombs going? It's a party. It's gonna be a fucking party. It's gonna be great. Let me see who all Jason Society invited. Who else in here? Maddie Cakes, I don't know who that is. Overlord Cly, I think I said that right. Oh, and James from the Internet. It's not F-bombs. It's James from the Internet and Frames. Some based ass motherfuckers, okay? Gonna be here. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Okay.
So far, Abbott has
But
bussed
like,
over 10,000.
hold on. It's just funny to me how they sent the migrants to the person's house who said, like, I can picture Kamala waking up and just going, and this opening her door going, did not tell y'all not to come? It'd be so fucking funny. It would be so fucking funny if Kamala just flung the door open to her house. It was just like, I told y'all, do not come. I said that. It's literally like Shark 300's sub alert. Like, do not come. Like, the only people, I hope y'all understand, right? The only people that have this myth going about the border being open, and the only reason why, like, people, like, Latino people from the, like, I can't even say from the southern border, because that's where Latino people, they come from, that part. But, like, people south of the border, the only reason why they think that the border is open is it turns out is because the Republicans keep saying that the border is open. It's because of the fact the Republicans think, the Republicans keep saying, like, the border's open, anybody can just come across, even though, again, we have one of the most inhumane, I said this earlier, one of the most inhumane and crazy strict, like, entry processes, like immigration processes in, like, in the developed world. Like, the Latinos and people from the southern border, from beyond the southern border, think that the border's open because the Republicans' plan to, like, shit on the Democrats, like, backfired against them. Like, backfired against them. Biden said it too. Biden said what? Not to come? I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, well, then, and this is the part I don't get. Like, Kamala Harris said, don't come. In that case, like, you two are on the same side. Like, Greg Abbott or Greg Abbott, Ron DeSantis, and Kamala Harris, you guys are on the same side. Like, why even pull this stunt? It's just to own the libs. It's racism and to own the libs.
And migrants to New York, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. Mayors in those cities called...
Wait. What happened? Y'all remember when a bunch of Antifa people armed themselves to protect the drag show that was receiving threats, and suddenly the Republicans wanted gun control? Yeah, literally, yeah, that happened. That happens almost every single time any, like, marginalized group is either defended. And that actually, I saw the Vosh video on it, okay? Changed my opinion on guns completely, all right? Completely changed my opinion on guns. I'm like, wow, when you just exercise, like, trigger discipline, and, like, you and your people are, like, armed, not even like, you know, trying to be threatening, but just standing there, like, on the curb, you know, just forming a hedge of protection between you guys and the vulnerable, like, picked on members of society. Wow, who would have thought? The Nazis kind of just don't fuck with you. Like, that's fucking amazing. Like, fucking awesome. Who would have thought? Like, I was like, wow, this does play out well. This does play out well. It all started with it did start with the Black Panthers when they were like, hey, listen, we're gonna storm the Capitol because you guys fucking treat us like fucking garbage. You treat black people like freaking garbage in this country. Like, so they were like, yeah, listen, we mean fucking business. And then, who was it? Was it Reagan? Who was like, oh, gun control. Wait, weren't you giving me shit about slightly being wooed over on guns by Vosh? I plead the fifth, Beckett. I'm just kidding. No. I was just joking with you, but, like, yeah, he moved me over too with his gun takes. He moved me over too. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, I still have COVID. Okay.
Called the actions political and shameful. In South Florida, a group of Venezuelan Americans...
He flew them. He got a plane ticket. He got plane tickets and said, hey, see that island over there? See these brown people right here? Brown people, island. Make the connection. And they were like, I
criticized DeSantis.
Only slightly.
We demand him to stop.
I mean, I agree with like owning guns for those types of reasons, because the thing is that like Republicans think that we're going to attack them and we're not, and then we have like gun crazed Republicans that actually come out and attack us. So it's like, all right, maybe we do need to start like wielding guns and shit. Like maybe we do need to start like actually like owning guns and shit. Like I'm honestly scared of like crazed Republican. Like, wasn't there that one story about the guy with the clown wig who stormed a Dairy Queen with guns and shit and was like, yo, I'm gonna kill Democrats. And then it was that one guy, right? Who that one QAnon guy who shot and killed his family. He shot the dog multiple times, killed the mom, severely injured one of his daughters, and then one of his daughters lived to tell the tale of it. Yeah, the Dairy Queen guy. Can somebody find that so we can laugh at it? I mean, that's no laughing matter, but it is kind of funny that he had like a clown wig. Like Ronald McDonald was like, my McFlurry machine might be broken. I'm taking yours, Dairy Queen.
Using our pain, our suffering, and our desperation for his political gain.
Republicans
Like,
on Capitol Hill.
I just want to know, like, how Republicans feel that DeSantis literally, this not even just DeSantis, but like, because Greg Abbott did it too. Like, he busts people to DC. Like, I mean, this is gonna backfire because those people are probably gonna be helped like register to vote and everything. I think they can, right? They can like help them register to vote and shit, right? Like, give them citizenship, help them get registered to vote and everything, and then like oh yeah, look, they just gave us this handful of like voters. Like, get fucked, Republicans. Like, this is kind of how this looks now. It's like they fucked themselves.